How to turn credit into cash. Did you even know that it is possible to turn credit into cash? Even if you have bad credit, you can turn credit into cash. I'm about to show you how I turned credit into cash. People do this every single day by following these very few simple steps. Remember, this is the channel that provides you an all-access pass to everything cash flow, credit, and capital to ensure you have the right financial literacies for business success. Let's dive in. I'm going to share with you a step-by-step on how to turn credit into cash. I'm going to share with you my biggest secret on how I turned credit into cash, even when I had bad credit and not so good credit. And last, I'm going to give you the #1 trap to avoid when turning credit into cash. Hi everybody, I'm Edward Bilder, millionaire, real estate investor, entrepreneur, educator, coach, engineer, dad, whichever you want to call me today. Most of us know what personal credit is and how to use it, right? We use it to buy things that we want or need. This is called consumer credit. Well, I'm about to show you how to use credit, whether it's consumer credit or business credit, as a debt weapon. See, we all know what our personal credit is, right? We have their FICO score, and we know that it reports to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. These credit reporting agencies, they focus in on credit utilizations based on wherever your debt ratio is, and that's how they lend to you more money. They extend you more lines of credit. And right now, the average for most of us out there is a credit score of anywhere between a 620 and a 640. And you can get yourself credit cards, you can get yourself furniture, cars, etc. with the 620 to 640. Now, if you want to get into really better credit, 740 to 760 is where you want to really be, because that's when the doors start to open up on your personal credit lines. You could go buy houses with little effort, you could buy cars with little effort, and your credit limits start to go up and up and up. And many of us fear the credit score, right? We have this mindset that we don't want to owe somebody else money, or we don't want to have high interest rates. And in some cases, we don't even know how much money we're actually paying back to the creditors, right? Sometimes we borrow $1,000, but after revolving credit and all the high interest rates, you could be paying back $2,000 or even more than $2,000, right? If that revolves over time, you could be paying back a lot of money, right? Debt is bad is what we always think, right? Debt is bad. Well, that's actually a misconception that I'm going to change for you right now, because debt is actually good. Debt could be used as a weapon to generate cash in the form of cash flow, and you could keep revolving that process over and over again, and you could scale to build wealth. How much wealth am I talking about? You could scale up to build millions and millions of dollars in wealth. I know this personally because I have done this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It all comes down to 3 simple steps. Get yourself credit is obviously step #1. Now, I told you about personal credit, and we all know how that works, but did you actually know that you could get yourself business credit, right? They're totally separate. Personal credit and business credit are completely separate things. And once you get opened up to business credit, this is where everything starts to accelerate for you, and funds will accelerate into turning that credit into cash. You have to start by registering for a business. Get out of the sole proprietor mindset and get into the business mindset by saying you're open for business and you're no longer in a side hustle, right? You could simply open a limited liability company or a corporation, whichever is best for your business model. Don't stop here. Get yourself a professional business address, a professional business phone number, a domain website, and then register yourself an email under that domain website. Next, go to irs.gov and register for an EIN number. That's an employer identification number. Don't stop there. Get a DUNS number. That is the Dun and Bradstreet number. This is one of the top 3 business credit reporting agencies. The other 2 are Experian Business and Equifax Business. You will need to establish credit within those 3 bureaus, focusing mainly on Dun and Bradstreet by registering for a DUNS number. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail on how to open and establish business credit in this video. Check out my playlist above to learn more about business credit. There are so many wider opportunities that you should be open up to right now that could scale you up to millions of dollars. You're missing out on millions, okay? So get into the business credit mindset and start getting there and establishing it. But in this video, we want to know how to turn credit into cash, and it all starts with step number 1: buy inventory with a credit card. Yeah, even if you don't have a business credit card yet, you could use your personal credit card to go out and buy inventory of something that you intend to sell. You're not using your own actual money here. Use a dedicated credit card just to buy that inventory. Now, like I said, you could do this on a personal card, and when you establish business credit cards later, you could simply transfer all of those funds from your personal credit cards over to your business credit card. This is a great way to get momentum into both of those areas and start building credit much faster. And there's an even better way of doing this. You don't necessarily even have to buy the inventory. Okay? Instead, how about buying with that credit card an automated system that could work as a cash flowing asset, right? This is how we could use a debt weapon to turn on a cash flowing asset that will essentially pay down its own debt. For example, maybe you use that credit card to open up a website, use that website to showcase the items that you're selling. T-shirts will be a great example of this, okay? And then use a drop shipping company to hold on to that inventory. You're not holding the inventory, they have the inventory, and then they print on demand whenever your customer orders, and they drop ship that item directly to the customer. Here's the little secret here. You get to take the payment in advance and never own the inventory, all right? You could run pre-sales on mostly anything imaginable, and this is also a form of credit, right? You're using somebody else's inventory as that credit, okay? So you want to turn credit into cash very quickly. Get yourself an automated machine for cash flowing. I actually use Airbnbs to do this, right? Those are my automated machines to cash flow. I use credit to buy all the things that I need for those, and then I make them cash flow. Wow, I'm revealing all of my biggest secrets in this video. Remember to hit the like button and become a subscriber for future content. The best secret to growing wealth quickly is to bring others along with you. Learn that secret. I learned it quickly, so share this video with all of your friends and family and bring them along with you. Okay, let's get back to the video. Step number 2, sell your products and services, right? Such a big secret. Sell your actual products and services. So simple, right? Now you have that machine that generates revenue. Go out and convert your traffic and start selling the items, the goods and services that you have, okay? Now, by not having all of that inventory and using pictures as substitutes, you could actually save a lot of money by not having to stock a warehouse or be like the big Walmart that has to provide all that inventory for people to go and pick, right? You can simply use pictures. And it's even better when you use the pictures because you could actually test out your markets and see what exactly people want to buy. And if they don't want to buy that, you simply substitute it with other things on your website. You don't ever have to put any money out there, hold on to inventory that you may have to reduce the cost on, reduce the price on to actually sell it and dump that inventory. All right, next, take out that credit card again and use it to create a lead generating machine to drive traffic to your website to go buy those products and services. Do things like running ads on Facebook, get into YouTube, whatever it takes to sell your products and services. Use that credit card to get that done. See, most people believe that you have to have the inventory before you could even open the doors, and that's not exactly true. It's actually upside down in the pre-sale world. Take a look at Steve Jobs and Elon Musk for a moment here. Pre-sales and live market research is key to their business models, all right? So now we have step number 1. Get that credit card and start buying the inventory or drop shipping the inventory by opening a website with that credit card. And step 2, use that credit card again to generate a lead generating magnet system that dumps traffic into your funnel and then converts them to a sale. Once these things are in place, we can now move on to step number 3, and that is to pay off your credit cards as you sell the products, right? Pre-saling and using other inventory and using the credit cards to create magnets and funnels. Now you can pay back those debts. Now, most people believe they need to pay off the entire debt all in one spot, and that is not entirely a great idea, okay? Let's say you have a $1,000 limit and you use $500 to set up your business funnel. That minimum payment is only about $25. So if you make that minimum payment and make it on time, that will report positively back to your credit bureau, and you'll only be about 50% utilized on your overall credit. Now, 30% utilization is like that that fine line to walk, but 50 is not as terrible. It's not going to affect your credit that much, okay? Make the minimum payments on time every time, and then as you generate more sales from your products and services, then pay back your credit card, okay? And then over time, you might actually start to establish more business credit. You could transfer those debts over to your business side and then pay off your personal completely, or pay down your business credit slowly, okay? And in a very short period of time, you could see the credit card companies increasing your limit, especially in the business credit world. They could multiply it by 3 times over and over and over again, and the sky's the limit. Remember, it goes up to millions of dollars, okay? It's why it's so important for you to go and check out my other videos on that playlist around business credit and getting it established. This will get you off of personal credit for good. I went through this process personally. I went from $10,000 to $30,000 to $90,000, and before I know it, I was in the millions of dollars in business lines of credit. You can do this too. Okay, here's a bonus tip. Step number 4. You must have a business checking account, okay? I put this at the end and I didn't include it in the first 3 steps because you could still do the first 3 steps without actually having this business checking account established. But you're going to want to have a business checking account established because you want to start putting deposits into that consecutively and consistently for 3 total months. By doing that and having your EIN number and having all that business credit established, you will start to get lines of credit from the banks, right? Banks like local credit unions are great for these paths, and smaller branch banks. Don't go for like Wells Fargo, big banks. They want to lend to big businesses. Go for the smaller ones that want to pump money into the local economy, which is you. You're the local economy. Bonus step number 5, a really fast way to turn credit into cash is through merchant processing. What is merchant processing? It's very simple. PayPal, Stripe, Square, those companies are merchant processors, okay? Now, I help my students gain cash very quickly using these methods, okay? Square will give you a credit card right away in most cases, all right? So if you open a Square account and start merchant processing through them, usually on the first day, they're offering and extending you a line of credit. PayPal, on the other hand, they take 3 months of business transactions. They average it for the 3 months, and they come up with a monthly average, and they will give you a working capital loan of 1/3 of that amount. $10,000 could be $3,333. $100,000 could be $33,333, right? Before you know it, you could be sitting on tons of debt weapons to continue to grow your business and generate more and more cash flow, right? Pay back those debt weapons and then repeat the process over and over and over again. Once you have a system in place and you learn this technique, you will be growing and have the momentum behind you so quickly that you will be scaling to a multi-million-dollar business before you know it. Wow, that was a great video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to become a subscriber before you leave. And remember, I help out people just like yourselves every day through coaching sessions. If you want to join me, find me in the description and join my email list. Also, if you want to start an Airbnb business today and you need my help, go to the description and check out my crash course on Airbnb, where you could get into the real estate game for as little as $50, start cash flowing in 3 business days, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000. You can scale this process very quickly, and it doesn't require big credit or anything to get involved in this game, okay? Scale it by repeating the process over and over again once you learn the system, all right? Go to the description if you need one-on-one coaching for your Airbnb business and set up a call with me today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.